know, everybody knows you from being a chef and cooking. Whenever anyone think about Chef Chris, now I got to take the chef off for a second to bring it back. But everybody think about you always associated with food, man. But that ain't even all what you do. Like I say, man, you're such an amazing person, bro. And like I say, you came on a platform, and I want to say to everyone that's watching, they see the young man now here on social media, man. This is once again reintroducing Chef Chris. He's the CEO of the Smoking Oyster, man. Like I say, I've been knowing you, we family. You know what I'm saying? You know how we roll. That's how we get.
Right.
Bro, what's been good, man? For those that don't know, man, tell us a little bit about you before we get into the Smoking Oyster and everything you got going on. Tell us a little bit about Chef Chris or Chris before becoming Chef Chris.
Let's see. Like I say, of course, Chris Hayes, Chef Chris. Most people know me as Chef Chris, but right now, just happy, living life, enjoying life. You know what I'm saying? Just recently got rid of the food truck, opened a restaurant, got engaged, daughter graduated culinary school. My son's doing good in Dallas. Everything good. No complaints. Life is very good for me right now.
Man, congratulations.
I appreciate
once
it.
again
Appreciate it.
On your engagement. We talked offline, man. Like say, I couldn't think of a more deserving person, man. Like say your heart. I know you. You know what I'm saying? Really good person, bro. So you mentioned your daughter graduated from culinary arts.
Yes, she just graduated from Nickel State last Saturday from Nickel State.
Man, how does that feel, man? So have another. Now you come from a family of cooks. Everybody in your family cooks. So you have someone that you have to bring into this world that's actually about to come into the game with you. How does that feel, bro?
Well, actually, I was kind of overwhelmed Saturday because she actually came. This is the first time we ever got together on something like this. She actually came and worked with me at the restaurant Saturday.
Okay.
And it was great to have her in there. Okay. But it was even better to see her actually working and catching on and getting a groove. It was really good.
So, and we'll stick with your daughter for now. With her actually graduating, how often did y'all cook together? And like I said, I know you and I know your family, cooking competitions and everything back in the day, man. So
we actually still do those.
Okay, has she stepped in the room?
She hasn't stepped in the room yet. I think she wanna try to jump in, but yeah, she'll get her taste.
You think she's ready for it?
Not really, but she'll get her taste.
Oh my God,
she's not ready for this.
Oh my God, man. So could we see something possibly in the future with you and her cooking together?
Yeah, like I said, she does a lot. Matter of fact, this week we're going to start offering desserts on our menu, and she's going to be the one that's doing all the desserts.
Okay, so she'll be at the Smoking Oyster.
Mm-hmm.
And for those that don't know about Smoking Oyster, you're now in the restaurant business, which you said. So for that location, I know everyone knows, but for the other people from other countries and other states, where is the Smoking Oyster restaurant location?
We're located at 6200 Burcoons Industrial Loop. If you're coming from Mansfield Road, make a right on Burcoons.
Okay.
Come all the way down on the right-hand side. If you get off on the interstate on Industrial Loop, we'll be on the left-hand side, probably about a half a mile from Word of God Church, from the opposite side, on the opposite side of the street.
So, for those that don't know, I gotta, like I said, we're here. Chris is in the florist shop. We all about giving out flowers. If you have been with SocialGoats for the long haul and you've seen us, we've been here going on 10 years. This young man was one of our first guests, and he actually put us on the map. And I have to say this publicly to you, man. Like, if it wasn't for you, this wouldn't exist.
Right.
For people like you and like say Stro, like I said, we all grew up together. This is all right here in Queensboro, man. Chris stayed the street over, Stro stayed right down the street. We all went to Queensboro Elementary School. Man, I want to say thank you. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. And I've told you before, bro, it don't take nothing but a word from you. Like, I need this, I need that. Anything that we can do pertaining to media and with you, you got it. And the Smoking Oyster is also a corporate sponsor of SocialGoats. So I want to make it. He always has been. You actually, if you came over back in the day, you seen some of the ingredients in the rice. I ate the rice. I let it sit up there for a while, Chris. But I had a good experience with it. I had to have it, man. It was delicious.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Like I say, it's been an honor over the years watching. I'm happy to be a part of seeing you start to where you are now. I'm glad I can contribute to that, and I'll always be here no matter what. And again, hey, flowers to you as well. You say you ate the rice, so yes, we still have the rice. We still have the seasonings. Working on one more. It's a low sodium seasoning.
Okay.
So for a lot of people who have high blood pressure, but still want that amazing taste and flavor,
Okay.
it's called Taste Buds, and I'll have that hopefully within the next couple of months. We'll be running on that.
And for those who don't know, they can actually get this out the store. You have to go to the store to purchase these products.
Well, two of the stores that it was in here closed down, so I'm working on putting it in. I'm trying to get it in Brookshire's and Walmart here as well.
Okay.
So if you're in the down south New Orleans area, you can go to Circle Food Store and grab it there. And a couple of the Rouses there also have it. So
Okay.
so yeah, that's what I'm trying to work on getting it here in the stores here in Shreveport. Also, the book.
Oh man,
You
I was
can.
gonna hit you with it because the recipe. We got to talk about this. Look, since you mentioned it, let's go ahead and talk about the recipe, man. Like, okay, the recipe. Now I gotta get my copy, y'all. I told him I didn't want to order my copy. I have to personally get a copy from Chef, and I got to get his
You
handwriting.
personally get that copy.
I have to get that.
Handwritten signature. It's not a stamp. It's not somebody else putting my signature on it for me. It's me signing it, giving it to you.
I gotta have it, bro. Like that's the reason why I don't have my copy because I wanted to get it from his hand. Like I said, it's personal to me when it comes to this young man. For those that are listening and watching, like it's very personal. So like that's the thing, and you're gonna see it. It's gonna be perched up in the studio, man. We have to talk about it. So okay, just to give them a little bit about the recipe since we actually talk. It's not only about food. What's this story about in the recipe? Man, just give us a little bit. Don't give out because we got to get it. You got to purchase it.
It's not only about food. It's of course food, and it's there's daily affirmations in there to keep your mind open, to keep you positive. And like I say, the book is for anybody, but I geared it mainly toward men.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of time, again, we don't talk. A lot of time we hold things in, we keep things bottled up, and then all of a sudden we let it all out at once, or we feel like everything comes down on us at once. So a lot of the affirmations on there are things that I would tell myself every day. A lot of them are things in there where I was going through some of my darkest points in life that I would sit down and write. I would sit down and what's in my mind, I'll write it out. Those are some of the toughest days, some of the toughest points in my life that I would actually write it out. And I said, okay, let me put this together. So I said, what more can you do pairing food, relationships? Food brings everybody to the table.
Yes, sir.
A good meal can strike up a conversation anywhere. These affirmations just give you the courage. They give you the insight. They make you feel better. They open you up to every possibility that you can do. And that's what I'm trying to give insight to a bunch of young men, old men, whoever. Like I said on one of my videos one day, hey, if you're going through something, get this book, read your affirmations, or if you don't get the book, reach me on social media. If you don't have a pastor, you have a brother, somebody that you can talk to. If you need somebody that's just completely, open to listen to you, hey, reach out to me.
And I'm gonna ask you this because you cook, man. And for the women out there, is it true? Now I heard this statement, man. I want to see if you can verify. And like I said, I gotta give you because to me, when you tell it, that's a stamp of proof.
Okay.
All right, man. They say the best way for a woman to get to a man's heart is through his stomach. Do you believe that statement?
And it's funny you say that.
Okay.
And I want to say in one of the affirmations, or it's probably in the first cookbook, I said something to the effect of they used to say the key to a man's heart is through his stomach, but the roles are reversed now.
Okay.
The key to a woman's heart is through her stomach.
Oh wow, that's different, ladies. Tap in, talk to us.
If
okay.
You can feed her. You can food is sensual, it's sexual, it's mental, it's emotional. Food is all that. And you have a lot of women, that's what they need. That's what they're looking for. And if you can give them all of that through a meal, plus, physically, mentally, and emotionally, You good.
Oh wow, look, I want to shout out Lil Holy. I mean, a lot of Holy is in the building. She is in the building. I'm just letting y'all know she is in the building. She's over there smirking. Hey, so look, we don't do this red like say this is definitely about Chef Chris, but I want to ask you a question. Do we find what do you think about what Chef Chris just said?
I agree. I agree.
See, heard it from the mouth of a woman.
So it has changed from to a man's stomach to a woman's stomach.
And like I say, not want to go back in the day, but at one point the woman was the homemaker.
Right.
Your man give you a house, she make it a home.
Right.
She's cooking, cleaning. He come home from work, he have a nice hot meal. That's why I say the roles are reversed.
Facts.
You have some women out there work harder than men these days.
Facts.
And you have a lot of house husbands.
Yeah.
Woman come home, food on the table, kids homework done. My brothers, we used to run our mom's bathwater when she got home, when she came from work.
Yeah.
A bathwater would be waiting on her. She didn't have much to do. Sometimes my brothers cook, then sometimes she'll just come home and cook also. But a lot of times her bathwater was waiting on her, and she used to read a lot. She'll take a bath, go in the room, close the door, and read books. Read all night. Grab her something to eat, or she'll cook, we'll eat, and that was it. Growing up, you saw things like that, and we would see our grandparents. That was love right there. A household that's run by your grandparents, your grandfather, your grandmother. They once they put their foot down, that's it. That's it.
Man, y'all see Chef Chris dropping gems, man. Like I said, we had given us flowers, and like I said, man, we from the old school. This is the old school values that we learned.
Right.
We were younger. How to treat a woman.
Exactly.
And we are still standing on the narrative of, the way to a woman's heart is through her stomach. So you are a cook, and like I said, he's been on Food Network. If you haven't seen, he's been on Food Network. He's been wherever you are, you always shine. I've seen you in the newspaper. I've seen you on TV. I've seen you everywhere, man. Because like I said, what you do. It was meant for us to see, man. Like we really appreciate what you do. And, this is on a daily basis. Like you said, the food truck, we don't do the food truck as much anymore.
No, we got rid of the food truck, and that's when we moved into the brick and mortar. So
man, make sure y'all get to that brick and mortar. Look, I want to shout out my best friend Bruce Metcalf, man. We was talking about it the other day. He's like, man, we gotta get over there to Smoking Oyster. Because man, I seen that catfish BLT, we gotta go. I was like, man, bro. I was like, man, and I was telling him, like, when you were at the oh my god, it's on the tip of my tongue, off Milo.
Oh, the incubator.
Incubator, man. Like I would go over there whenever you'd be over there, and I go over there and eat. I meet Rhonda would be there sometimes too.
Yeah.
So I go over there and eat, and I was like, man, I've had quite a bit, and we was kind of talking about oysters.
Right.
So man, okay, the smoking oyster. So we know they say oysters are aphrodisiac.
Right.
All right. So we still stand along the lines what we talking about with oysters. Like, so you cook all types of food.
Right.
And I could be wrong. Do you specialize in cooking seafood?
Not just seafood. We specialize in oysters, but more than just oysters.
Right.
Oysters, actually, that's what got it started.
Okay.
So from that, it's like, okay, you have a lot of people that don't eat oysters. So why not introduce, XYZ? Why not introduce them to like the salmon BLT? Why not introduce them to the catfish BLT, to the catfish Florentine? Of course, fried shrimp. That's anywhere, but fried shrimp, where some shrimp are good, some are bad. It just so depends on who cooks it, where you get it from.
Okay.
Po' boy, salad, soup, stuff like that. Let's just add all of that into it, but still specialize in oysters.
So for someone who never actually had an oyster before. What would you recommend for someone who's never tried? Look, I'm curious. I want to know how oysters actually taste. So what would be your recommendation to someone who want to try oyster?
If you want to try oyster, I never had an oyster before, don't start with raw oysters, because that'll completely turn you away from oysters.
Okay.
Is a lot of people have a texture issue, and the raw oyster is not the way to go. Okay. Don't get me wrong, they're good. I like them personally, but if you're a virgin to the oyster game, don't try the raw oyster. You either go with char grill, to where it's actually cooked, or a fried oyster. Okay. We specialize in char grill oysters, because there's, like I say, we do fried oysters as well, but that it's something about that char grill oyster, the actual that cheese, the garlic butter, the char that's on the oyster itself, yeah, you dip it, have some nice garlic bread to dip with it, yeah.
And man, that's one thing I do want to say about you. Whenever I notice it, like I seen two young ladies that actually came to your restaurant and they were, trying your food.
Right.
And what they said on the videos, of course we came for the oysters. Like it's like if they're coming to Smoking Oyster, we have to have oysters. It's almost like a foregone conclusion when we go. So man, like within your family, and I know we've talked. You've been on the platform many times. We actually talked. So for you,
right?
And I'm talking about strictly family now.
Mm-hmm.
Is that where you killing the game in the family with the oysters?
Yeah, my brother he play around with them a little bit, but nah.
Okay.
And then the thing with that is, you have a lot of places around here that do charcoal oysters, and I mean I'm not speaking bad against anybody's food, anybody's oysters, but I want to say I think I have some of the best oysters around here in Shreveport. I would definitely say that.
I don't think you'll get any objections. I'm just being honest. I mean, if anybody wrong, like you can never get in the comments, you can get on the radio and talk about it. What y'all think. Like I said, this young man, look, he's really good at what he do. And like I said, we don't talk just to talk. We are in the business of giving flowers, and this is the flower shop. Once again, you make oysters popular, and that's just me talking. If I'm wrong, whatever, but you make it popular.
It's funny you say that. I had a customer. We were in Mansfield last summer. She came to the food truck and ordered charcoal oysters, and she made a comment. As a matter of fact, Jabba Jaws was out there the day she made the comment. She said this man was one of the first, if not the first person to do charcoal oysters in Shreveport. And she said that was in 2014. That's how long she's been following the food truck.
Right.
I came from New Orleans to did a pop-up with Cool Mark over there at Louisiana Smokehouse.
Okay.
Right there on Jewella. I came, I didn't have a food truck or anything. I pulled up in my regular truck, took my trailer off the back of took my my grill off the back of my truck, and had a fryer. I had fried chicken, red beans and rice, and char-grilled oysters. That was in 2015. Was when I did my first pop-up here in Shreveport to do char-grilled oysters. And that young lady said, her exact words were, he was one of the first people in Shreveport to do char-grilled oysters, if not the first person to start doing char-grilled oysters.
Right. I never heard, like I said, I've never heard about it. I don't even, was the oyster bar even here at that time? I don't believe it.
Yeah, the oyster bar was here.
It was here, but I never, besides you, that's what I've seen, know. And I'm like, man, so like I said, you make oysters popular. You make oysters cool. And, all the rest of the things that you actually do, man. So like I said, we're here in the business of giving you flowers, man. Not only do you have a restaurant, you also have a janitorial service. So talk about that, man. Like, because, like I said, when we think about Chris Hayes, we always think about food and what you do, but you also have a janitorial service.
So that came about, my brother actually started janitorial service when I was in high school.
Okay.
And he's like, yeah, he's like, so I'm thinking about starting a janitorial service. I'm thinking in the back of my mind, like, who want to clean toilets? Who want to do that? Yeah. And he was just like, if you do it right, there's good money in it. Mm-hmm. And 28 years later, he's still doing it to this day. He still has the same contract from 28 years ago, still doing it. Oh, and wow. Like I say, he actually turned me on to it. I did it for a little while back in like 2010, 2009, 2010. I helped him a lot, like just family.
Yeah.
And then when I left and I moved to New Orleans, I actually started doing it on my own in New Orleans, and it just picked up from there. And eventually I ended up having maybe 18 contracts throughout New Orleans, Baton Rouge, and Lafayette. So yeah.
Man, Chris, and like I say, you have been on our platform before, man. When did you realize in your life that entrepreneurial lifestyle was gonna be yours?
When I realized that I really didn't like taking orders. I really didn't like someone telling me when I can leave work, when I can take off. You can't take off this day, Again, I'm big on family.
Yeah.
If we having a family cookout, get together, I don't want to be at work while everybody hanging out having a good time. By the time I get off work, 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, everybody at home sleep. Everything. I missed everything. So yeah, that was a big issue for me. And then, like I said, working for casinos over the years, you had no life. Every holiday, Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year, you at work. You miss everything. I was just like, nah. So that was the point to where one of my supervisors, I tried to take off for, I want to say it was the 4th of July. Couldn't take off work. Family reunion, couldn't take off work. Blackout days, can't take off work. Nah, I can't do that. Nope. So 2015, like I said, when I really started stepping out doing my own thing, I was like, I need to figure out how to do this. If I can make this man millions of dollars, I need to do that for myself.
Yeah.
You know, when I first started working for them, they were at $3.4 million. When I first started working there, and it was 2011.
Okay.
By 2014, I had opened 2 more restaurants for them. The flagship restaurant, we had moved to like 6.6 million, something like that a year. And then the other 2 restaurants, that was just a bonus to him. So altogether, he was making about 10 million a year. What am I getting out of this? I'm sweating at work all day, every day. You know, don't get me wrong. It was. I loved it, but you gotta have something of your own. You know, you want to leave work, you can't do it. When you are home, it's like you're on call every day when you're off. Hey, chef, we missing this. We need this. Hey, how you do this? Nah, I'm trying to enjoy myself.
And you were the executive chef.
Yes.
And I remember that, man. And like, I remember them they actually did a news article on you when you were actually the executive chef at one of the casinos. Am I correct?
Right. And this is when I was at Felix's, also in New Orleans.
Okay, yeah, I remember that.
And I was just like, I can't do this. I said, if I'm making this man this much money every year, and granted, I had a decent salary, it was 100 plus, decent salary, but I just felt like it wasn't enough for what I was doing.
Okay.
You know, if you're running 3 restaurants in one city and another restaurant in Mississippi an hour and a half away, to where I still had to drive there a couple of times a week, you know, that's, yeah. Man, I just felt like it wasn't enough. And then when I asked for a raise, we'll see if it's in the budget. Oh, okay. All right. This was in January 2019. Okay. February. This is what the budget looked like. We talked about anything? Still hadn't talked about anything. Okay. March rolling around. I said, I'll tell you what. We need to talk about this budget. I'm putting in my 2-month notice, not 2-week notice, a 2-month notice.
Why 2 months? I'm just
because I want to at least give them the respect of finding someone else.
Okay.
Not just completely leaving them high and dry.
Okay.
You know, making sure everyone that did work under me, they understood their job, they knew what they had to do. In my absence, what needs to be done while I'm not here. I still want to see you succeed, but I'm just not going to be a part of it. Okay. So this whole time rolling around, May came around. I said, all right, we talked about this since January. Mother's Day will be my last day. They thought I was playing. Mother's Day came. I went into the job, set everything up, turned everything on, worked the morning shift, got everything done for Mother's Day, 3:00. I said, it's been fun.
Didn't look back.
And didn't look back. Walked out the door and did not look back.
So during this time, okay, now we're getting into Food Network. Was this pre?
This was after Food Network.
Okay. Yeah. So now you're on the map. You're on every TV in the world, and people notice. People are coming to where you are. It was like, man, this man was just.
And that's another thing. A lot of business started to come from the Food Network. A lot of people coming in. Hey, we came to meet Chef Chris. We came to see Chef Chris. We came to eat. A lot of that started to happen as well. You know, and you would think if I have this employee, you know, doing a good job, he's bringing business, he's helping me out, he's making my flagship run. I want to take care of this guy. Yeah. I want to make sure he's here for the long run. Nah. So yeah.
Oh wow. And look, we here today. This young man has businesses, he's had food trucks, he has a restaurant that everyone got to go eat at. Sean, we got to go eat at the Smoking Oyster. We have to. And this is my brother. And like I say, I'm with him. And I haven't been there, so I feel good to haven't been there. So I got to go there. And he's also a sponsor of SocialGoats Incorporated. So we got to go. Right. Look, we got to get those seasons. We got a season sitting up beside Astro and Steve. You got to put them seasons back in here because I actually used seasons. I ate the rice. So I have had his pies before, but I end up eating.
Yeah.
You know, so that's what I did. So man, like I said, we really do appreciate you, man. You know, it like I said, it's an honor. And look, we got to be on the lookout because, like I said, his daughter just graduated from Nicholls State University. She got her degree in culinary arts. So you better be on the lookout. If you think Chris bad, think about what he's produced. And she's making, is that her specialty, desserts?
Yeah, she does that. Well, she can cook as well, but her specialty will be desserts.
Oh wow.
So I think we're doing like a Oreo pound cake this week or something.
Oh wow.
So I'm not sure. We're gonna play around with a few things and let her loose and do what she do.
So like, okay, for that process, your daughter, are you actually tasting this before it come out? Or you already? I know, like I said, I know you know.
Of course, we're gonna sample everything. Definitely. So we let's just add a little more of this, take a little of this out. But she have full creativity rights.
Now, and I'm asking you, are you in the baking games or are you good? Are you a good baker?
I can bake, but I won't say I'm a good baker. I'm an okay baker.
Now, see, good for you is like the best that can come from me. So I'm saying,
and then baking is real tedious. It's a lot of measurements, a lot of time. Nah.
Okay. So look, you so good in the game, man. I know you do your thing, man. Do you already got it to a simple science, or you still got to have the cup? Like, how's that for you?
Some of my recipes I've been doing them. Some of my staples I've been doing them for years. I can look at it and say, yeah, it's a tablespoon.
Yeah.
Tablespoon.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Yeah.
Other things I like. Let me measure this out to make sure. After doing it so long, it's in the back of your mind. It's just like, yeah.
Okay.
And then the crazy part about it is, if you let someone else do one of your recipes, you can taste and tell when something's off. After doing it so long, you can taste what's missing. You didn't put enough of this in there, or you didn't put this in there, or you didn't let it cook long enough, or it's overcooked. It becomes one of those things like second nature. You just automatically know. You can see it, you can smell it, all that. Like, that's not right.
Oh wow, man, y'all hear this? So when you go and eat at the Smoking Oyster, you getting the best quality because, like I say, he's been doing it so long. You know that you getting the taste you're supposed to get.
Right.
You definitely getting that. So before we let you go off of this particular show, Chris, your hours of operation. I know we kind of talked about that, and I don't know if the general public, or do you want to, or I'm not sure. Okay.
So we're looking at this week, actually starting tomorrow. We're looking at going from 12 to 3 for lunch.
Okay.
Shut down at 3 o'clock, kind of regroup, run a couple of errands, do what you need to do, and then come back at 5. So it'll be 5 o'clock to 10 o'clock on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 5 to 10. Friday, Saturday, we kind of playing around with hours, trying to see how the late night crowd is, because we were doing 1 a.m. on Friday and Saturdays. But I think we're going to kind of scale that back a little bit.
Okay, and for those that are watching, he's now offering lunch. Now the lunch are going to be on. You said on Tuesdays.
No, lunch is going to be every day.
Oh, every day.
Every day, yeah.
Okay.
And then going into the dinner hours from 5 until, like I said, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 5 to 10. Friday, Saturday, we're looking at same lunch, same time 5. But we're looking at possibly 11 to 12, trying to scale it back, not that 1, 2 o'clock in the morning now.
Okay.
So trying to go back to maybe 11, 12 o'clock.
Okay. So look, y'all heard it here first. The Smoking Oyster is located in Shreveport. If you're familiar with Word of God, is in that area. He actually already dropped the address. We got to make sure we go. Y'all going to see SocialGoats. We're going to go and do some shows there. We got to go do some stuff to support my brother, like saying, go, Bruce, we're going to get that. We're going to get that. Is it salmon BLT or is it catfish BLT?
It's both. You can get the salmon BLT or the catfish BLT.
We can get the salmon or the catfish.
The thing about it is with the salmon BLT, it's grilled salmon.
Okay.
Of course, bacon, lettuce, tomato, but the catfish BLT, it's fried catfish.
Okay.
But also, it's kind of to make it different. You have fried bacon with it as well.
Okay.
So you have the lettuce, tomatoes, the homemade remoulade, fry the bacon, put it on the sandwich. If you want cheese on it, that's cool. If not, hey, you good to go.
Man, Chris, I keep saying I'm gonna let you go, but I gotta ask you about this sandwich I seen, man. You had the fried chicken hamburger. Mm-hmm. Man, is that rare, or is that something we can get?
No, that's something you can get. It's called the Big Bag.
Oh, the Big Bag. Okay, hey man, where did the creation of the Big Bag come from?
Playing around, just like, let me make something. As a matter of fact, shout out to Cool Mark at Louisiana Smokehouse. He came 2 weeks ago. He said, I want a burger, just whatever you want to do. I said, I gave him one called the Fat Bastard. It's 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 hamburger, pork chop, fried chicken, bacon, Cajun and Cajun sausage patty.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
That's
I want to say he posted it, but that's the fat bastard.
Okay, so the big bag was different.
The big bag's just the ground beef, the chicken, bacon, and the Cajun patty.
Okay, now the seasons, you know, you got special seasons. So I know we don't want to. Do we convey, or is it any? Are they normal toppings on the?
Yeah, lettuce, tomatoes, pickles, pepper jack cheese, cheddar cheese, and then of course I season it with some of my seasonings.
Okay, look, and that's what y'all can't get. Look, the SocialGoats gonna have them here. We're gonna give y'all the information when the season's sitting here, where you can get the seasons from, because we can't order the seasons online, and also
more likely, because go to the website www. The smokingoyster.square.site.
Okay, and that's also for the rice, and you offer a pasta, your Cajun pasta as well, right? Or is it just the rice?
It's just the rice. It's just the rice.
Okay, I knew. Did we do a Cajun pasta?
Mm-hmm. We did.
Okay,
we did.
Okay,
so, but we'll be doing pasta as well on the menu coming up this week as well.
Man, y'all better get that Cajun chicken.
We'll have a salmon and broccoli pasta. We'll have the Cajun chicken pasta, salmon and broccoli pasta, and the catfish Florentine pasta.
Oh my God. Look, man, y'all heard it here first, man. Like I say, Chef Chris, man, we love you. We appreciate you coming through, man. As always, share the knowledge with us about the food game, man. And look, let's go eat at the Smoking Oyster. Everyone should plan to go eat at the Smoking Oyster this week. We all need to go all the time. We can do this. You know, I want to shout out Enjoy who came through. We are better together. Let's organize and be better together and support this black business. Myself and Sean, we may pop up and do a show there. We'll go and eat and just have a good time. Hopefully, we get Chef Chris to come from the back and sit down and kind of talk with us, because you know he gonna tell us what it is, and you know, make sure y'all tune into Lil Hood and Talk Radio, and Chef Chris gonna actually sit down with us and talk with us there. We still talking relations. We still on it, y'all. So look.
I'm ready for that. Let's see what we can do.
Ooh, y'all heard
that? Oh goodness. Let's see what we got. Let's see.
Hey man, look, we about to get out of here, man. Before we go, man, we will make sure we have to always shout out our sponsors, man. We are here at the Ghost Museum, and it's sponsored by Meadowlands Event Center, and you see that here. And look, y'all, we go holla.